What better way to start out the new year with some exercises for a better you in 2023? Um, I am going to work with a lot of the different equipment today. So, depending on what you have or don't have, there's always something you could use. So, I want to welcome you all, welcome everyone in social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm so glad you've joined me. And yes, like every other live stream we do, this will be recorded and it will be available on the Life Pro VIP page, the regular Life Pro page, and on YouTube. So, welcome everybody. Let me know where you're tuning in from too. It's 5 p.m. here, Wednesday, hump day. I have been super busy training clients. The first year everyone gets back on the wagon. And so it's a little late in the day, but I saved some energy for you guys. And, here's the thing. We want to exercise, and sometimes we don't have a lot of time, so we want to be very efficient with our exercise. So I like HIIT exercises, high intensity training intervals. And, they don't have to be like, how can I say, we want to work harder, not smarter. So what I like to do is put a bit of intervals of cardio for a minute or two to get the heart rate up, and then go into strength training. And the equipment I'm using today, I'm going to have my Rumlex Pro 4D. I will be using the balance trainer just at the end to stretch out. I have the Aeroflex step bench that I'm going to be using in a couple different ways, for a little bit in my warm up, a little bit for the work. I've got the PowerFlow adjustable dumbbells, 5 to 25 pounds with the awesome stand. And of course, I've got the latest and greatest, the Sculpt Trainer Roman multi-purpose Roman chair. So there's a lot of equipment here, but you don't need it all, although you can see it fits very well in my virtual training room, which isn't very big actually. I don't know, maybe it's 15, 12 by 15, 15 by 15. So it's nice, and I can move this all around because it's most of the stuff, except for the dumbbell stand, is easy to move. So I can move it all to the side if I need to. So that's the scoop. I do not want to spend any more time chit-chatting because I'm sure you want to see this exercise, the exercise routine that I have in mind. Now, keep in mind, modifications I will try to give you. Remember, you are only a beginner once, and you just build up on your strength, your stamina, your flexibility, your mobility, all that stuff, one day at a time, one rep at a time, one interval at a time. So if you're not able to keep up with me, it's okay. Do what you can. Listen to your body. Stay hydrated. You want to take breaks as needed. It's okay. You can always hit the pause button. And if you don't have all the equipment that I have, no worries. Like I said, you can improvise, and I'll tell you how perhaps you can do that. If you want to follow along the first time, that's my suggestion. That way you know what to expect. But if you have questions along the way, welcome, Brandis. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. If you're seeing something I'm doing along the way and you're not sure what that is all about, or you need some extra information on it, just hit me up in the chat. You let me know if you got some questions. I am dealing with a couple little injuries, but like everything, I'm using all my Life Pro products to heal me. So some things I don't go as deep in as I normally would, and sometimes I might not do as many reps. As I say to all my clients I'm 65 and I've got clients much older than me and some younger than me. Life's one big repair job, right? So we do the best we can with the best form possible. So having said that, let's dive in. I've already spent about 4 minutes chatting, giving you guys time to come in. Know that every week on Wednesday, I will be here with you with another kind of workout in mind. So again, if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Make sure you're hydrating while you're doing this, and let's begin. I'm going to start. Oh, let me just say one more thing before I do that. I'm also showing you the resistance band. This comes with the vibration platform. If you don't have weights, you can do bicep curls. You can do tricep extensions. You can do shoulder presses. So if I forget to tell you that, and I might, once my brain and body start moving, know that if you don't have weights, you can use resistance. It's fine to do side raises, upright rows. There's a lot you can do So hit me up if you need some questions on that. But this little resistance band is a godsend when you're traveling and you can't bring all your weights with you, right? So know that that's available. So I'm going to come on my Rumblex Pro 4D and hit yourself up with what feels good. I'm just going to warm up for a few minutes, and I think what I'll just do is put on one of the preset programs. And I think everyone's got different favorites. I'm just going to hit it up with the P3 just to start, and hopefully you're going to see me. Let me move my camera just a little bit so you can see my head. Okay, so I'm going to start hip bone distance wide, hands on the head, because that's how I always start my classes. I like to stand up and sit nice and be nice and tall. The chin pulls in, the belly pulls in. I'm pulling up the pelvic floor. I'm going to soften my knees, and I'm just going to feel that vibration while I breathe. Key in exercise is breath. So take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Do that again. Feel the belly fill up, ribs fill up. Exhale. Tighten up that core. Another breath in and another breath out. Blow out all that stale air. And then we're going to do a simple roll down. Now the chin, bend the knees, and roll down only to the point you feel good. Breathe in here. Now the chin in, press down to the tailbone, pull the belly button up, and roll the shoulders back. I'm not going all the way back, just a little bit. Now the chin, bend the knees, exhale, belly pulls in, letting my arms hang, shaking it up. Breathe in, breathing in the back of the body. Exhale your air as you roll up. And the shoulders drop. One more of these. Take a breath in. Add the arms. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Swan dive down. We call that in yoga. Hang out here. Take another breath in. Tuck the chin. Roll up. So I just do a couple roll-ups to see what's going on in my spine. Now from here, interlace the hands. Press out. And we're going to push out. Exhale. And then up. Inhale. Exhale. Push out. Shake the head. Inhale, just warming up my joints. Exhale and inhale one more time. Exhale, I know I'm getting cut off. My arms are getting cut off, but you got the idea. And back. Roll the shoulders out. Go wide with your stance. You're going to come into a squat and a little press down. We're going to reach and back. Exhale up. Inhale down. Just getting all my joints and my hips and my knees warmed up. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of leg work here with my various pieces of equipment. You've got 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to add a side bend. So I'm going to side bend, bending my knees, and side bend. Side bend, side bend. Just getting open through the ribs. My elbows are bent. You can put a hand behind your head and side bend. And 3. You'll find the range of motion will increase over time. 2. And 1. And roll it up. Excellent. And these are still soft. And I'm just going to come into another little baby squat here. And I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to push down, roll down. I'm going to take my hands behind me and roll it up. Nice and slow. Opening my chest. Reach forward. Exhale. Push down. I'm going to roll it up. The hands start coming behind me as I come up and lift the chest. Last time. I like to move my spine a lot before I do any of my work. Your skeletal system, your spine, is the axis for everything. And release. Okay, so that was, only about 3 or 4 minutes on here. Just enough to get things shaken up. So I'm going to shut this off so you can hear me. Now I'm going to go for ankles. I'm still kind of in a warm-up mode. So I've got the AeroFlex. It's got the little semicircle, and I'm going to work on my balance. So I'm going to bring my camera down a little bit. I just want to work a little bit on balance here, meaning my stabilizers, okay? Balance is a practice. Know that. Okay, so we're going to go side to side. I'm going to just kind of shift my weight side to side. I can add my arms. That challenges me a little bit, side to side. I am on carpeting, okay, so that changes sometimes things for people. I want to equally go side to side. It almost is like a jumping jack with my arms. For 4, and 3, 2, One more so I can feel my quads. Now I'm going to bring my toes forward and back. This is going to require more core, more glutes. You know, I should put my, I want to see my calories I'm going to burn on this. Because I know I'm going to be burning some calories. I was putting my workout together today, and boy, my heart rate was coming up. I didn't want to use all my energy right away, but definitely going to bring the heart rate up here. You're just going to get those ankles to work. Now let's go around the world. I'm going to the toes, the side of the foot. I'm going to actually spin it around a little bit. Working ankles. Ankle stability, strength, and mobility, super important, especially as we age. And then I'm going to reverse it. Around toes. This is the number one thing with my clients, my active aging adults. I don't like to call them seniors because that means I'm one too. My active aging adults are always a little worried about balance. But like I said, balance is something you practice. Whereas looking to find our balance, to improve our balance. What I want you to always remember is the self-talk. It's not that I have bad balance. I'm working on improving my balance. So my head is back. You see that? My head's not forward because that way it'll throw me off. I keep very upright, keep the chest open. So I can feel my ankles and my calves, my Achilles tendon. Everything feels pretty good. I feel pretty warm up here. There we go. And legs are working like crazy. Okay, so I'm going to shake that off. I'm going to quickly make a transition because I'm going to be needing it for the rest of my workout. So I'm going to put my legs on my arrow step. Grab some water if you need it. Get this in place. Make sure everything's fitting really well here. You can leave the ball there. It won't matter. And you're going to flip it over. Okay. So here's my first interval. It's going to be a cardio interval, meaning I'm going to bring my heart rate up. You can use your platform. You can use your stepper, the Aeroflex, and it's going to be right knee up, right leg down. And I'm going to have big arms, pumping my arms. I'm going to do 15 reps. Like, I'm not looking down. I want to make sure my proprioceptors are working. I know I'm getting cut out of my frame here, but I'm not worried about it. You get the idea. You don't need to see my face. You don't need to see me grimace. 4 more. Hear my breath. 3, 2, 1. Switch lead leg, left leg, up, up, down, down. We can open the arms because we're going to be doing some lateral raises. So get all those muscles ready. Up. Oh, there goes that heart rate. Tap it into burning some calories. So hit training, boosts the metabolism, helps you burn calories, right? There you go. 4 more. 3. I almost lost my step on that. 2 and 1. Good. Now from here, there are going to be toe taps. Tap. I'm crossing over. I need the balance better on the half ball. It's hard to do. And you know what? It is hard to do. But you just keep practicing. Just keep practicing. Stay by a wall. Work on posture. That's everything. So I'm just doing a little crisscross here. My arms are crossing over. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that was just a quick little interval to get the heart rate up. And yep, that heart rate is coming up. Now, I'm going to go right to my Roman chair. So my first set of exercises, I want to work on, to bring my heart rate down, I'm going to work on bicep curls. Now, it's 10 pounds, okay? You can go 5. I'm using one weight at a time. If you don't have your weights, you can, like I said, you can use the band. So I'm going to straddle, elbows locked in place. I'm going to come up and down. I'm bracing myself so I'm not leaning over. Now, this is a lot of weight for you. Start with 6 reps. Remember, we're trying to get a lot of work in a short period of time, so you're not doing 3 sets of 15. Exhale as you pull up. Easy on your grip. You don't want to squeeze it too much. 3, 2, I'm not dropping my shoulders. I love this preacher curl feature. Last one. Okay, then I'm going to take it around to the other side. I hope that you can see me. See how I'm anchoring my shoulder, okay? And I'm going to come on up and down. Now, I told you I have an injury. I actually have some tears in my tendon. They're not horrible. I was helping a client. I was lifting him up, and he pulled a little too hard on my arm. But when I have my preacher curl here, this stabilizes my joint or my arm, so this doesn't hurt me as a normal bicep curl probably could. And I've got a light grip. I'm wiggling my fingers when I do this. So let's do for 4 more. Exhale up, 3 and 2. Shoulder stays anchored. I'm just hitting that bicep muscle right there. And 1. Perfect. Now from here, I'm going to go into my first set of tricep push-ups or triceps. I'm going to do triceps quite a bit in different ways. You can be on your bench. You can be on your vibration platform. But I like this. I'm going to put my hands thumbs up. I'm in a plank position. So squeeze your booty. Tuck the chin in. We're going to bend and push. Sometimes these are a lot better than dips for shoulders. But see, I stop at my ribs. I don't take it any further forward. That dumps my shoulders. Okay, see the difference? Breathe in, exhale, push away. You're pushing from the rib cage. It's core 2. Exhale for 5. Pull the chin in. 4. You can see I'm on my toes a little bit. 3 and 2 and 1. So while I'm here with my Roman chair, I'm going to put my feet on the base. I'm going to work on my first set of hypers without weight. I'm hinging from my hips. My arms are down. My shoulders are pulled in. I'm going to open to side raise. Here's the inhale. Exhale. My back is nice and flat. I'm not rounding my back and I'm not hyperextending, meaning I'm not going too far back. That would be in my back, not a good thing. Exhale. Hinging from the hips. You can go lower if it doesn't bother your back. And up. You decide. And let's go for 5. Inhale down. Reach wide. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Excellent. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to do my first set of side bends. I'm taking my back foot on the floor, my hips between the wedges here. This front knee's bent. My pelvis is stable. Hands behind my head. I'm going to drop down and press up. And I'm going to counter this with a stretch and a contraction. We'll do 8 on this side. And exhale. Hands behind the head. Big stretch. Big contraction. My belly's pulled in. You can always put one hand on your stomach to remind you to keep it pulled in. Doesn't matter which hand. Weight down here, weight up there. It doesn't matter. 3 and 2. I got another side, so you're going to see me from behind. Don't leave me, okay? Square up the hips. Hands go behind the head, interlace. I want to be in lock in place. I'm going to come down and up. I'm bringing it down. One side bends a lot better than the other. That's pretty typical of everybody. Inhale down, up. You can have the arms floating, stretch, and side bend. I kind of like that feel too. For 5 and 4, but I like when my head goes with me. 3. Big breath in. Exhale up 2. And 1. Excellent. Okay, let's go into a set of cardio. So I'm going to use my step bench or my Aeroflex, and I'm going to add some weight to this. So I'm going to go 10 pounds. Again, you can go lighter. I'm going to do a single leg lunge. Now, knee up, and I'm in the 90-90 rule here, okay? 90-90. And this is cardio because I'm going to pump up, down. It's not a big push, just over my head. 3. Using big muscle groups. 9, 10, we're going for 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, feeling the burn, 15. Whew, get that heart rate up, yep. I'm in my aerobic zone. Okay, so squaring the hips off, bringing the weight to my shoulder, bringing the knee to 90-90. So I want to make sure you understand what 90-90 means, guys. Super important. Okay, 90 degrees, ears, shoulders, hips. Okay, push into that front heel, up. Knee drops down, belly in. Nice stretch in the hip flexor. Feel the quad. You got 5 more. 2, 3, dig in the heel, 4, and 5. Whew. That'll get the heart rate going. Whew. Yep, it's going up there. Okay, that was a quick little burst, but I am not done. Could be the rumblux or the stepper. I'm using the stepper on this one. I'm going 5 pounds. See how quick that is? 5 pounds in my hand. I'm looking for a side lunge. So, knee over here. Actually, I'm going to scoot this out a little further because I want a nice big side lunge. So I said side raise, but it's upright row. Up, draw it up. Put your hand behind your head again. Make sure you're not dropping your head forward. And push up. I've got inner thighs working. I've got deltoid working. Going a little lighter here because it's a smaller muscle and it's a longer lever. There's 2 more of these. I got 12. Give or take a rep. Okay, so I'm going to top that off with 1 more. Then I'm going to use the rumblux for the next set. Now, I'm going to press into the weight and I'm reaching out. I'm cutting off my head on this, but again, like, I don't care. You get the idea. You can add a squat, lunge, or lift. Hand behind the head keeps you honest. 8. There's 4 more. Abs are pulled in. Last one. Whew, okay. I'm going to quickly put my rumblux out when my hair comes down just a little bit. 35 sounds right to me. Okay, toes out, knees out. I'm going to lunge into this. Okay, I'm going to pull up, down, and up. Now there's a hinge for my hips. I'm not rounding my back. You see my line from heel to shoulder? See that line? And pull up. My camera was auto-focusing there. Pull up, exhale. Drive into this heel. Watch your head. 4 more. My elbow goes a little higher than my shoulder. There's the deltoid. Heart rate's coming up. Good. Now, this is where I'm going to plant my foot in the middle, baby squat, baby butt back, and lift. Squat, lift. Push up from the chest. That way the arm easily lifts. Hope you had a good New Year's. I dessert first. 5 more. 4. That is Piggy's motto. Last one. Okay. Yep, that heart rate's up to 142. That's my high end of my aerobic zone. I'm gonna let the heart rate come down a little bit. And I'm gonna work on some chest presses, stationary. Now, you can always lay on the floor for this. You can always put your feet on the bench and do hip lifts. But I'm going to use our Roman chair. 10 pounds, where it's at. Okay. I'm going to bring myself down. I'm right at the edge, and my shoulders rest. Now, careful on the head. You're not too far forward. You're not back. Eyes are gazing on a horizon. My horizon here. Okay? So I'm right over my shoulders. Breathe in. Now this is heavy, So I might only get 10 reps in. Back is supported. I love incline chest presses. Over the chest, on a diagonal, right where I'm gazing. This is 10. I think I'll do 12. I actually have room for it. Abs are working. Last one. Excellent. Now, it's super important that you counter. So I did a bicep curl, then a tricep extension. I did forward flexion and side bending. Now, I'm going to work rear deltoid row, okay? So I'm going lighter. Actually, no, I'm staying with 10. I'm going to challenge myself on this. You know, I could always change it. So put your weights on your bench there and get yourself set up. This is going to be some endurance of your back muscles. Okay, you could be here, but I don't want you to round your back. It really is going to require glutes and hamstrings. Okay, I'm going to bring the weights down to the side. I'm going to pull up and down. Exhale. If it's too much on your back, please, you know, you can always do this. I'm going to just give you a quick little, I don't want to lose my weights. You can always pull. Okay, I'm going out wide. I'm not coming back. Okay, so I think I'll do about 8 more of these. Abs are working. 7, 6, go wide. 5, 4, a lot of back muscles in place. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Whew. That was some work there, guys. So go lighter. Use a band. Okay, so because I did a lot of straight spine work, I'm going to go into some flexion. Simply taking my pad down all the way. And I think I'll use a 5-pound weight. You can always use resistance bands on this. The more you do these, the more flexibility you'll have in your spine and the more strength you'll have in your abs. So start out where you're at and work from there. Okay, so you can see how I'm upright here. All right, so that's my upright spine. I'm going to start with a little C curve. I'm pulling the belly back, and I'm braced, okay? Now, I'm going to roll down, tuck the chin, and I'll lift my arms up just a little higher than my shoulders. I'm going to C curve back. My ribs are pulling down, and I lift. I'm not lifting my chin. I'm lifting the weight so my eyes can follow. Now, as I get warmed up, I might go down deeper and up. Make sense? Roll it back down and up. Now I'm going to go a little deeper on this and push that weight forward. Let's do 4 more. Breathe in. Exhale up. Last 2. Oh, this is just great core work. And last 1. Nice. Okay, so set it down. Okay, so speaking of core, and I talked about booty, I'm going to give you 2 options for hip lifts with a weight. 10-pound weights. And I think, and also you can do this on your platform or the step back or the Aeroflex, either one. I'm going to do it, I'm going to show you all the different options. Here's one, right? I'm going to have to move this forward. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. My weight's over my chest or my elbows, right? I'm going to lift, lower, lift, lower. It's a tricep press up. Chin to chest. Now that's option 1, okay? The second option, this is a lot harder, guys, because I have to lift higher, okay? So I'm going to hinge up and drop. If you don't want to lift your arms, you can just push your hips into the weight. Just like that. Exhale. Or you can keep the arms straight and lift. A lot more hamstrings, a lot more glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and here's my last one. Whew. Stretch those hamstrings out. And come on up. Okay. I'm going to go in my last set of cardio. So I'm doing my third interval of cardio. And I'm going to bring my Aeroflex in. You can do this on your Rumlex, but I'm kind of digging this right now. I've always wanted a step bench. I had them back in the day. They were large. They were just a pain to store. This is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do quick little steps here. Your arms could go out. This is 8 on each side. I'm going for 15. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Whew. Get the heart rate going. Where's my water? There it is. I gotta get some water. Heart rate's really up. So you just keep walking around. That was a quick little interval. Whew. I want to make sure heart rate comes down a little bit before I go any further. How's time? Actually, I'll tell you what. Just let's do a little bit more, a little more strength. We'll take it down. So I'm going to bring my chair back up. And I'm going to add no weights, okay? I'm going to come down, I'm going to lift, and I'm going to rotate. I'm going to come down. You can flex, roll it up, and rotate. So here's my flexion down, and up, and rotate, or straight bend. Down, up, rotate, down. So this is body weighted, right? This is really nice after I did that hip lift. It stretches my hamstrings. Rotate. One more each side. Great. Okie doke, perfect. 5 pounds each hand. Another set of triceps. Oops, that's 10 pounds. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of, and this is on the chart that comes with the Sculpt trainer. You're going to hold your arms here, actually at your hips, tuck your chin, and extend. Open the chest up. Keep the abs engaged, the glutes engaged. Great for posture. And 10, I'm going to pair it with this. Arms here, and I lift. Okay, I just threw my back out, threw my back in that a little bit, so I want to be careful. Lift and lower. I'm only going to do 4 more of these. These are pretty difficult. See where my hands are in front of my shoulders? Not too high. Last 2. Comes a little aerobic as well. And 1. Excellent. Okay, guys. Good. I want to keep this brief, so we're at about 30 minutes, so let's bring it down, okay? I'm going to move my Aeroflex to the side. I don't need it. I'm going to take my balance trainer. I'm going to put my platform on. I'm going to go into oscillation mode. Yep, I'm going to oscillation. I'm going to go at about 40 here. I'm going a little shaking going on. I'm going to grab my balance trainer and I want to stretch. I just did some pretty intense hip flexion, right? So now I'm going to put that balance trainer against the edge of the Rumlex, and I'm going to let my back extend, and I'll let my legs extend, and I'm just going to allow that vibration to work. I'm holding my head a little bit, and I'm just letting my spine get a nice little massage while it extends in its natural curve here. You can always add some ab crunches to it if you want. meaning I'm pressing here, just a neutral and extension, neutral. You can do that, that's fine. But I'm trying to get you to relax a little bit. Take a big breath in, push through your heels, a long breath out. Another breath in, and now you can close your eyes and enjoy it. And last one. Good. So now I'm going to take my knees and bend them. I'm going to do a little bit of side stretching here. Okay. I want to feel the stretch in my lats and my intercostals. You can put your hand behind your head. You can just take that arm up or this arm, whatever feels good. And just get a nice little stretch just for a moment. Shaking up the ribs a little. Now I'm going to go into a rotation with extension. So I'm going to put my hands on the dome and just push myself away a bit. Once I do that, I'll lay over and I'm getting a stretch right into the QLs and just letting my hands rest on the dome. I'm not dropping my head too much. I don't want to shake my head, but I do want to shake my torso, my ribs. Oh, I can feel my spine adjusting. Feels really good. Okay, then we're going to come up just about 3 to 5 breaths. I'm going to rotate to the other side. I'm sitting in what we call mermaid. Okay, and then I'm going to take the ribs and pour them over. I can support my head. I can get this stretch. I can reach out this way and just feel the ribs shaking around. Heart rate's definitely coming down. Yeah, it dropped almost 38 beats. I'm pulling my chin in. I'm pushing down with my front hand. And then I'm going to get that nice little stretch. So now the left side of my body is getting the stretch. Breathing into the front ribs and the back ribs here. And then come on up. Now I'm going to set the dome side up, okay? And I'm going to sit on my dome, okay? So I'm going to feel a little shaking going on in my hips. They need it. I'm going to stretch my legs out. Flex the feet, keep the kneecaps active and ready to hinge from the hips. And then stretch out. So you can feel right in the back legs. I've got a little bit. I'm not hyperextending. I'm a hyperextender. But I just want to feel that nice big stretch here. If this is too much, you can do one leg at a time. You can lean into it and stretch out. And then you can switch. Rotating the shoulders and stretch out. Head back, chest up. And then finally, this one's a little tricky, so easy does it. Hold on maybe to the sides. Cross one ankle over. Okay, so I'm just going to get that knee to drop down. I'm not doing anything fancy here. I want to hold on. But if you feel okay with this, you can let go. And there's a lot of jiggling, but I'm going to hold a little bit. But I am going to lean. I'm going to tilt. I don't want to round my spine, guys. That's a big no-no. You want to lift your ribs up out of the pelvis, hinging forward. Oh, good hip stretch here. Really good. Tuck the chin in. I always want to make sure you're a fist distance from chin to collarbones. And then back. That's all you need. Okay? Cross over. This hip tends to be a little tighter for me, so I'm just going to give it some time to relax. Foot is flexed. Alignment of my knee and ankle, super important. When I feel pretty good, it's starting to let go. I come up out of my pelvis, tuck my chin and lean forward. Yeah, a lot tighter on that side. Excellent. And then let's just go ahead and we'll take a little side bend. Hand on the dome, a little side bend here. Tuck the chin in, round your spine, lift, exhale. Inhale one more time. And up. So guys, that's all I got today. Let me shut this off. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you got a few new ideas about how you can incorporate some high intensity, means some aerobic activity with any of your Life Pro products. There's some amazing products that Joel and Abe have brought to market that are affordable, dependable, that lifetime warranty, you can't beat that. And they're easy to maneuver around. So that's what I love about them. At any age, remember, you're never too old. It's never too late to live fit and age well. So that's my motto this year, to live fit and age well. And I hope you are feeling the same. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week, same time, with a different workout. Have a great week. Bye for now.